Welcome to my channel Guruji. Java interfaces. What is an interface in Java? An interfaces is a type similar to a class and is defined via the interface keyword. Interfaces are used to define common behavior of implementing classes. If two classes implement the same interface, other code which work on the interface level can use objects of both classes. Like a class, an interface defines methods. Classes can implement one or several interfaces. A class which implements an interface must provide an implementation for all abstract methods defined in the interface. Abstract, default and static methods in interfaces. An interface can have abstract methods and default methods. A default method is defined via the default keyword at the beginning of the method signature. All other methods defined in an interfaces are public and abstract. Explicit declaration of these modifiers is optional. Interfaces can have constants which are always implicitly public, static and final. The following code shows an example implementation of an interface. Package testing. Here example of package testing. Implementing interfaces. A class can implement an interface. In this case it must provide concrete implementations of the abstract interface methods. If you implement a method defined by an interface, you can use @override annotation. This indicates to the Java compiler that you actually want to implement a method defined by this interface. This way the compiler can give you an error in you mistyped the name of the method or in the number of arguments. The following class implements the myInterface interface. It must therefore implement the abstract method and can use the default methods. The given image is an example of implementing interfaces. Evolving interfaces with default methods. Before Java 8, evolving interfaces, example, adding new methods to an interface, was not possible without breaking existing clients. Java 8 introduced default methods. Now you can extend an interface without breaking clients by simply supplying a default implementation with it. Adding such a default method is a source and binary compatible change. A class can always override a default method to supply a better behavior. Multiple inheritance of methods. If a class implements two interfaces and if these interfaces provide the same default method, Java resolves the correct method for the class by the following rules. Superclass wins always against the super interface. If a class can inherit a method from a superclass and a super interface, the class inherits the superclass method. This is true for concrete and abstract superclass methods. This rule implies that default methods are not used if this method is also declared in the superclass chain. Subtypes win over supertypes. If a class can inherit a method from two interfaces, and one is a subtype of the other, the class inherits the method from the subtype. In all other cases the class needs to implement the default method. The following listing demonstrates listing number 3. In your implementation you can also call the super method you prefer. Public class C implements A, B. @override. Public void M, A.super.m. Functional interfaces. All interfaces that have only one method are called functional interfaces. Functional interfaces have the advantage that they can be used together with lambda expressions. See what are lambdas? To learn more about lambdas, example, the type of lambdas is a functional interface. The Java compiler automatically identifies functional interfaces. The only requirement is that they have only one abstract method. However, it is possible to capture the design intent with a @functional interface annotation. Several default Java interfaces are functional interfaces. Java.lang.runnable, Java.utility.concurrent.callable, Java.io.filefilter, Java.utility.comparator, Java.beans.property.change-listener. Java also contains the Java.utility function package, which contains functional interfaces which are frequently used, such as predicate, a Boolean valued property of an object; consumer, an action to be performed on an object; function, a function transforming a t to AR; supplier, provides an instance of t, such as a factory; unary operator, a function from t to t. Binary operator, a function from T to T. Thanks for watching. If you like my video, then click on like button. Don't forget to subscribe my channel. For more update, click on this button. Take care.